creation, part 2, the falling apart. When God made everything, God said that it was good. Of all the things that God had made, God made a beautiful garden. And in the garden, everything was together. The plants and the animals and the trees, and God was together with them, and they were together with each other. We remember that when God made the people, God put God's image inside of them. And so all of the people were together in this garden too. They were called everyone, or in their language, Adam. And Eve was there too, because she was made from Adam. Together, they were kind of like an Adam-Eve. In the garden, there were 2 trees. The tree of differences and the tree of forever. If you ate from the tree of forever, you would live forever. And if you ate from the tree of differences, you would know about differences. Now, the serpent was the craftiest of all of the creatures that God had made. And the snake suggested that Adam and Eve eat from the tree of differences. And so they did. That was when things fell apart for them. They now knew the difference between them and God. Even their relationship with each other fell apart. They were no longer Adam and Eve, but now they were Adam and Eve. God came to look for them in the garden, but they hid. They didn't know how to be with God anymore because of all the differences. But God found them. The differences were so many. There was good and evil. There was close and far. There was high and low. There was God and people. And there was Adam and Eve. The differences did do one good thing, though. Adam and Eve could take things apart and put them back together to create new things. They couldn't create something out of nothing like God, but they could create something out of all of the differences. Now, because of what had happened, how everything had fallen apart and Adam and Eve knew about differences, they couldn't stay in the garden where everything was together. They could only go forward. So they had to leave the garden. And God put an angel and a sword so that they wouldn't go back, but they would only go forward. But God went with them, teaching them to be the best creators that they could be, to learn how to be with God in this new way, and how to stay close to God. I wonder which part of this story was your favorite? I wonder which part is the most important. I wonder if there's anything that we could leave out and still have all that we need. I wonder where you are in this story, or which part of this story is especially for you. Now, for your work today, you can continue working on the first creation story from last time. Remember, you have your black underlay, and there were a lot of cards to color, so you might still be working on that creation story. Or you have lots of other materials that aren't for a specific story that you could use for this one. So you might look inside of your bag and see what you could work with. There's colors, string, pieces of wood. Maybe you think that your wooden clothespins look a little bit like Adam and Eve, and you want to try to make this story. I also know that these little foam pieces can be really fun. If you just get them a little bit wet, you don't have to soak them, but maybe put them on a little cloth, they'll stick together. So you can make something out of those little styrofoam pieces as well. So those are some options for your work today, but as always, only you know what is right for you.